Hey, how's it going guys? Phil here, and this is a review for the Koios Vitamin Reap Juicer. You'll receive the motor base, auger assembly, juice container, pulp container, cleaning brush, separator sleeve, instruction manual, hopper tray, and food tamper. The auger assembly comes apart for easy cleaning. Just twist the end cap clockwise to remove it. Then pull out the pulp strainer and remove the auger. The auger is made from a dense, hard plastic designed to crush ingredients and withstand the pressure of breaking down firm fruits and vegetables. The plastic housing of the assembly has a feed chute on top and juice dispenser hole on the bottom. Putting the pieces back together is quick and easy, though be sure to push the auger all the way back into the housing, which can feel tight due to the rubber O-ring at the back. The strainer goes over the end of the auger like so, and the cap screws back on with a counter-clockwise twist. To assemble the unit, insert the spindle of the auger assembly into the motor base, with the feed chute rotated away from the controls. Then twist the assembly counterclockwise until the assembly snaps into place. Next, place the juice container under the juice dispenser and the pulp container under the end cap. At the top, press the food hopper onto the feed chute. The tamper can be stored in the feed chute when not in use. You can optionally use the separator sleeve in the juice container by sliding it into the corner with the rails. This will help you separate out any foam after juicing that might float to the top of the liquid when you're pouring the juice into a glass. The fully assembled machine measures 16 inches long, 13 inches tall, and 6 inches wide. When taking into account the containers, the total footprint is a couple inches longer. On the front of the machine are 4 button controls for reverse, soft foods, hard foods, and off. The power cable at the back is 4 feet long, but only a standard 2-prong small appliance gauge wire, and not a heavy-duty grounded cord. To remove the auger assembly for cleaning, first pull off the hopper. Then press the release button with the white dot and twist the assembly clockwise before pulling it out of the machine. Be sure to wash and rinse all the removable parts with soap and warm water before first use and after each use. All of the removable parts are dishwasher safe, but in order to keep their glossy finishes intact, I prefer to wash them by hand. I'm going to start off with an easy carrot and apple juice recipe. Make sure to cut the food into 1 to 1.5 inch cubes, so they'll fit inside the chute. Then I'll press the hard foods button and start with the firmer food, the carrots, and alternate them with the softer apples. I want to make sure that I have a few pieces of carrots at the end to push the rest of the apples through. Here's the leftover pulp. It's pretty dry, and I can't seem to press any more liquid out of it, so I think the juicer was pretty efficient. Here's the juice that I got. It's about a cup of liquid and it looks very bright and rich. I'm going to use the separator so I can pour just the juice without all the foam on top. And you can see how vibrant and orange the color is, because none of the juice has oxidized or turned brown due to the slow masticating extraction process of the auger. It looks so good, so it's time for a taste test. Cheers! The juice is fresh and sweet and really good. You can see that it's a little bit thick because some of the fiber is actually pressed into the juice too, but not the bulk of the pulp, so you'll get the benefit of the fiber without making the juice so thick that you have to chew it. The next juice I want to try is one with plenty of leafy greens, so I've got spinach, celery and carrot, and an apple for sweetness. I'm also going to add a little cilantro for an extra dimension of flavor. But again, make sure you do have some kind of hard fruit or veggie to help push the leafy greens through the machine. I'll start the machine again in hard mode and put a few pieces of carrots through, followed by my leafy greens. As I feed the leafy greens in, I'm going to switch to soft mode for a slower press, and alternate between the modes when I add the celery and carrots again. You want to be careful of not overstuffing the feed chute with greens, as it can get a bit jammed. If this happens, you can always enter reverse mode for a few seconds by pressing the reverse button, which will turn the auger in the other direction to clear the jam. And here's the finished juice. Again, I'm going to separate out the foam. Look how rich and green that juice is. It's just packed with nutrients and antioxidants. Bottoms up. So that's another great and tasty healthy juice that makes it easy to get the fruit and vegetable intake you need for a healthy diet. The last thing I want to make is one of my favorite juices, pomegranate. Now, when I asked the manufacturer if the machine could handle the kernels, their primary concern was that the seeds would get crushed and make the juice unpalatable. But as long as the seed shells are filtered out, I think it's going to be fine. So I went ahead and I put the palm arils in the juicer on hard, as the seeds can be quite crunchy, and then I fed them through. The juicer actually did a great job with extracting every bit of juice from them. You can see here that the seed pulp is pretty dry, and most of the red has ended up in the juice, as it should. There is a lot of foam in this juice from the crushed seeds, which actually gives the juice a bit of a cloudy white appearance. So it's not as clear as pure pressed palm juice, however, the taste was just as delicious. There was a tiny bit of a chalky aftertaste from the seed extract, but it actually didn't ruin the juice, or make it bitter, so I'm pretty happy about that. The seeds also contain additional nutrients like vitamin E and magnesium as an added bonus. Overall, I found this juicer to be really easy to assemble and use, while also doing a great job at extracting a majority of the juice from most fruits and vegetables, including leafy greens. The juice comes out pure with little oxidation, and the pulp is fairly dry, lending to its efficiency. It's also super simple to clean and rinses out in just a few minutes after each use. In fact, it's one of the easiest to clean juicers that I've owned in a while. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.